To connect Jotform to n8n, open the n8n trigger node and select or create a Jotform credential using your API key and API domain. That single action establishes the secure bridge between the two tools, and once you choose which form to monitor, every new submission will automatically start your workflow. Let me walk you through that exact process, step by step, including how to generate the API key in Jotform, test the connection, and what to do with the data once it arrives. If this sounds useful, please like and subscribe, and let's jump in. The whole point of connecting Jotform to n8n is to eliminate the manual work of checking for new responses, exporting data, or copying information from one system to another. Instead, n8n sits in the middle as a trigger-based automation engine. As soon as someone hits submit on your form, n8n receives that data and can immediately pass it to any app you connect: email, Google Sheets, a CRM, a Slack channel, you name it. So the first concrete thing you need to do is log into your n8n workspace. Open your preferred browser, go to your n8n instance and sign in. Once you're on the dashboard, click Create Workflow from the overview page. A blank canvas will appear, ready for you to build your automation. Before you do anything else, rename your workflow so it's easy to find later. Click the default title at the top of the screen and change it to something descriptive like Jotform Integration or Customer Form Automation. This is a small habit that pays off as your n8n environment grows. You'll thank yourself when you're hunting for a specific workflow months from now. Next, click the plus button on the canvas to add a new node. In the search bar that appears, type Jotform trigger and select it from the list. This node is the starting point of your automation. Every future form submission that lands on the form you choose will fire this node and kick off your workflow. Now open the Jotform trigger node by double-clicking on it. You'll see a field labeled credential, and next to it a button that says Create New Credential. Click that. A credential window will pop up asking for two things: an API key and an API domain. Leave this window open. You need to go grab your API key from Jotform. Open a new browser tab and sign into your Jotform account. Once you're on your dashboard, click your profile icon in the top right, then select Settings. In the left sidebar, find and click API. This page shows your existing API keys and gives you the option to create a new one. Click Create New Key. A new key will be generated right away. Copy it to your clipboard. Back in n8n, paste that key into the API key field in the credential window. For the API domain, use the drop-down to choose the correct server. Most users will select api.jotform.com, but if you're on an EU Safe Forms or HIPAA Forms account, choose the corresponding domain. Getting this wrong is the most common reason authentication fails, so double-check it. Click Save in the credential window. Once saved, return to the Jotform trigger node, and you'll see your new credential available in the drop-down. Select it. The connection between Jotform and n8n is now live. Next, find the form field in the same node. Click the drop-down, and n8n will fetch your forms from your Jotform account. Choose the specific form you want to monitor, maybe a contact form, a registration form, or a feedback survey. Make sure you pick the right one. Now it's time to test that everything works. In the Jotform trigger node, click the Listen for Test Event button. This tells n8n to go into a waiting state, listening for the next real submission on that form. Leave this browser tab open and don't close the workflow. Open a new tab and go to the live published version of your Jotform. Fill it in with sample data, enter a name, an email, a phone number, a message, anything that matches your form fields. Click Submit. Immediately switch back to n8n. Within a few seconds, the Jotform trigger node should execute, showing a green checkmark and a number 1 inside a circle, indicating it captured the event. Click on the node to see the data it received. You'll see a dump of information including a submission ID, form ID, submission date, and all the answers your user submitted, stored in a structured format. Spend a minute exploring that output. Understanding what fields are available here is crucial because you'll map these exact same fields into whatever node you add next. Now that the trigger is verified, you can build the rest of your automation. Click the plus button that appears below the Jotform trigger node. Search for the app you want to send data to: Gmail, Google Sheets, HubSpot, Slack, Discord, Airtable, Notion, whatever you use. Select it and then map the incoming Jotform fields to the fields in your destination. For example, if you're sending to Google Sheets, you'll tell n8n to put the submitted email into column A, the the name into column B, and so on. If you're sending a welcome email via Gmail, you'll use the submitted email as the recipient and insert the name into your email template. The trigger gives you all the raw data, you just decide where it goes. Once you've connected the Jotform trigger to at least one action node, click the Save button in the top right of the workflow editor. Wait for the confirmation that your workflow has been saved. Now look for the toggle switch near the top that currently says Inactive. Click it to switch it to active. Your workflow is now live. Every single future submission on that Jotform will automatically trigger this workflow and run through every node you connected. To verify, go to the executions page from the left sidebar of n8n, submit a few more test forms, and watch new executions appear instantly. Click on any execution to review the trigger data, the path the workflow took, the outputs from each node, and how long each step took. A few practical tips to keep your automation running smoothly. First, create a dedicated API key in Jotform specifically for n8n, not one you share with other integrations. That way, if you ever need to revoke access or replace the key, you won't break anything else. Second, give your form fields clear, consistent labels, full name instead of name_1, because those labels become the names of the fields n8n returns, and clear naming makes mapping effortless. Third, although we tested with the Listen for Test event button, once the workflow is active, every submission runs automatically. The test button is only for initial verification. Finally, if this automation handles important business data, consider adding an error handler workflow or enabling retry on fail on your downstream nodes. This gives your automation resilience against temporary hiccups like an API timeout or a network blip. You now have a live connection between Jotform and n8n, and every form submission is flowing directly into your automation without you touching a thing. Save this video or bookmark these steps. You'll want them next time you build a new form workflow. Thanks for watching and happy automating.